Yeah, so I like this.
We're back. Yeah, I started over. I am full. I think I left my lip gloss though. My lipstick.
I can eat.
How are you? There's people out today.
Really good. Just sitting there and are you still wearing it? Yeah.
People chilling. People eating. Like it's kind of warm, but not like early summer. It's like early spring, really. Yes. I feel like I want to take a nap, but I'm going to at least like do a little bit of like downtown isms before it gets too dark. It is 6:25 over here. I think it gets dark at around like 7:30 now. I haven't really kept track of it. So along the street, it's a lot of like restaurants for older people, I guess. Um, then you have like some fun ones or like ones that younger people can go to, like your McDonald's, your Taco Bell, um, Voodoo Donut. Have like a little bit of everything over here to mm, get into downtown. There's just like a lot more variety. And of course, like every neighborhood is gonna have their specialties, their go-tos, things like that. Um, some are gonna have like restaurants where like okay, you're a high schooler, you have some pocket change, you could definitely go there, pick up a snack or whatever. While some restaurants, they're more so for working class people, um, people who are like getting off from work and all of that. Maybe they want to meet up with their coworkers or meet up with a business partner or something. Yeah, these are like literally so. Es ya, why? Can I say? Can I say? It's Shawoya? What? Nani? Isha? あの、この日本語が、わかりませんですけど、意味は No, this is like so shaky. Sorry, guys. I feel like I'm just like stomping right now. Avi, are you able to translate that? Because Google, YouTube doesn't have a feature just yet. Something like they keep repeating this like one sentence. ちょっとバカなコメントでしょ？ The photos? どうして私の写真がこのコメントがちょっと変ですね。I was like, I'm stop it. I'm a giant or something. So I had like some skewers and stuff today, shrimp and beef, which is beautifully done, well seasoned, quite delicious. I had a dish that I've had a couple times before. The only thing was that
Last week, and I was like,
with that, like the gnocchi wasn't like chewy. Okay, like sticking my fork through it, it fell apart. I want to say similar to what it would be similar to. I don't know, a tater tot for a lack of like better descriptors. Can you react to talking pictures? This- What do you mean? What does that even mean? Thank you, Avi. Because like I noticed that like it was repeating, and I'm like, what is this? And like I'm moving, I'm walking around, and it's like I just don't want to stop like dead in the middle of the street to read something that's like repeating over and over and over. Hmm. I don't even know. I don't know either. Oh my gosh. Also, no chura, no lindo, no chiro. It's a little creepy. So I wish I just came to the club. Thank you. Gracias, señorita. All right, so I'm at a store where I can get ostrich meat, I think, still. I know I probably shouldn't. So that means I also have to cook it and make sure that it doesn't go bad. Specialty meat. Ow. Oh no. Oh yeah, the ow. They're kind of creepy. Shoulder, pork chops. I think they sell rabbit here, but I know like Lily loves rabbits, so I just don't want to be a complete jerk. Walking a little fast. Okay, fish, beef, sirloin, sausage sides. This place is a little smaller than I thought. They have desserts, but I swear they had like I was about to say owl, not owl. Because they were like advertising they had like rabbit, they had ostrich, oh they have bison. Feel where we're gone. You don't know the habit. Oh, they have okay. They have lamb, veal, which is what young lamb, venison, which I think is deer. Oh, they have kangaroo. Oh my gosh. They have elk. Bison is really good. I have had bison. Bison. Food from all over. It's pretty cool. You can't go wrong with Italian sausage links. Oh, these are only like $4. It's not bad. Or Argentine bonbon sauce? What? Should have bought worse. Where was the ostrich meat? How are we gonna get gat? They have boar, they have yak, which I'm trying to think. Jeffree Star does yak turkey now. Whether you love them or hate them, it's just random information that I know. Ostrich. Oh my god. Guys, why does gat have to be so expensive? $20 for one piece. Yeah, bye. Yeah, bye, yeah, bye, yeah, bye. I've had like a venison jerky before. I've had bison burgers before. Have I had veal? I can't remember. $20 for ground ostrich. Oh my gosh, look at that. Okay, one day when I get paid, when I get paid, whittle down my credit card a little bit. Okay, fajita, ground beef, $6. Not bad. Ground turkey, $3. Like I kind of want to come home with it. Just be like, oh, what are you eating? Ostrich? What? What are you eating? Kangaroo? What? Who knew elk and kangaroo was a lot cheaper than ostrich? Like I was saying, it had to be no more than like $10 a pound, but apparently not. Apparently not. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. We'll think about this. We'll think about this a little harder. Oh, I have to actually use my hands. Okay. All right. Ground ostrich night. We'll get some fancy vegetables. We'll get some ground ostrich. And yes. Didn't know it was gonna be that expensive. So it's like, oh, like it has to be like $10, maybe 15, $12 a pound. Like I'm wondering like how much that little square weighs. I'll keep in mind that it might be like $40. Just so like if it ends up being 20, I'll find that it's a discount. Yeah, I should be $40. Just in case. Just in case. And also like sometimes in Chicago, like we have buses and trains here, right? Three of them just passed to go back, like the way that I'm walking right now, when technically there should be about like 5 to 10 minutes between each bus. So now, like, I'm wondering if that's gonna mean like it's not that busy right now, but for the next like 20, 30 minutes, it's probably gonna mean that like there's not gonna be like any buses. It's three of them just passed like while I left out that store. Hawaii and the owls. You like owls, Avi? Oh God. Whew. There's a lot of people here, but they creep me out low key. It's like something about the eyes. Like owls are like already kind of creepy, right? But these also look new. Or maybe they just like really lasted through this season really well. Excuse me. It's a little chilly. My leggies are cold. Whew. The last, like a little bit before I started TikTok. They're cute. Oh, you like them, Avi? At least somebody loves them. Some of them were made kind of creepily, so those are always in the back of my head. um, but oh gosh, walking. But it feels good though. Like it feels good to like walk after a meal, then like just go straight to sleep. Um, but where was I at? He kind of looks kawaii ugu. This is his the words written on part of like his little stand is know thyself. No one is free, not attain the empire of himself. No one is free who cannot command himself. The purpose of life is not to be happy, it is to be useful, to be honorable, compassionate, to have made some difference that you have lived. And these are, I guess, like Socrates, notes of Confucius, what the superior man seeks is in himself, what the small man seeks is in others, things like that. So, like, each owl is an artist's work and what they wanted to put on that work. What is this thing? It's Coco. What does it do? 216? How mysterious. How do I not know this is like a trap by the government? How do I not know? I also want to get a couple of things from the grocery store, but I know like I have to like prepare them still. Like even though they're super easy peasy to work with, I still have to uh just do like a little something. You like the colorful ones? Yeah, the creeps tire me out really. And like if you really think about it, like I'm 35. This has been happening since I was what, a little bit before I hit like being a teenager, like having like classmates do really crappy things to like, okay, I'm not in those classes anymore or whatever, and it's like some guy standing on a corner type of thing. Oh, hey girl, and it's like I'm not even. of legal age yet. Like when you really, really think about it, or at least when I think about it, like I wasn't even of legal age for a lot of the people to be, I guess, like flirting with me or whatever they want to call it at the time. Um, which it makes me think like when I was younger, it's just like, okay, well, this is annoying. Like you're not my type or whatever. You're not doing anything that makes me say, wow, you'll be the great father of my kids. To wait, how old was this person? And um, I've been pretty much the same height since I was 10 years old. Like, yeah, I wear more makeup now than when I was a teenager or whatever. But I pretty much had my physical form, like all of that, if you like catch my drift fully, since I was 10. Okay. I haven't really changed that much. Maybe I have like a couple of lines here and there. Um, but I haven't really grown up that much, if you will. Um, since I was like 10, 11 years old. And to know that somebody's like already looking at you at that time, you're not even 17, 18 years old, let alone 21, to like enjoy things that adults like to enjoy, because that's like what is bred to them when they're those ages. It makes you feel some type of way. Like straight up, like you get annoyed really, really fast. Maybe some people are like, oh my gosh, I really want those compliments, or oh yeah, I love those emojis, or whatever. But like, I don't want to be like, oh, I'm not like other girls, or whatever. I've fallen in love. I fallen in what I thought was love, or whatever. Um, but like that, it's just creepy. Knowing my content is for girls, knowing that like my content isn't like necessarily curated that way, you know, which is like the weird part. Shopping with Lisa. Ooh, it's cold in here. Oh, they got some big old apples. Hi, hi, welcome. Oh, that thing delivers food. Oh, does it? We have that in California? So it's a machine to bring me food, eh? A little expensive for like a snack. I mean, I'm already full. Like I've had enough like fish um for today, or for this week rather, because I saved my leftovers from when I got that sushi platter. Just like really on point. Then just like sushi for one day if I went to the restaurant, or maybe 2 days if I had leftovers. Um, lychee. Is this a different flavor? Or they're both lychee. I want like mm, like a little jelly pack. There's like couple of some things for this week. I'm not trying to go too crazy in the paint right now, so I don't feel like carrying all that. Pardon me. Cute stickers, noodles, the noodles. If I wasn't pre-diabetic, I would get more noodles and stuff. But it sucks being like pre-diabetic and knowing that like it's gonna affect me in like a week or two now, because it's a little reckless when I was younger. my carbohydrates with my all my cookies and stuff. It's 249. What is less expensive? 199, 249. That this is 150. Technically, this is a little less grams, but it's a little bit better. Macaroni style. Whew. You have like anchovies and stuff. So I wash these off. Because, like, okay, the noodles that I get, they're kind of good for like people who are pre-diabetic but still want like noodles, or like a noodly like object. But like they smell fishy. Like they smell hella sus. Um, who knows the differences? Um, do I want to get three of these? How long do they last? Oh, they last for a while. I'll get a couple of those. Oh, dried anchovy. They might be salty. Or do you want to switch it up if I switch it up? What else did I want to get? Not too much. Yeah, they play K-pop in here. Oh, like a lot more newer stuff than like some of the older things that like I grew up on. But it's like, oh, okay, so it's one of those new songs. It makes me feel a little old, but I get to be acquainted with like something new from time to time. So if I have my favorite, what else did I do? Usually, like I get my gummies. They don't have my gummies. Shame. Mhm. Should I get candy from here? Pasta. Oh, my weakness. I'll get pasta some other day when I like get back on track. Like that's the one thing I hate now. Like, oh, this sounds sounded really familiar for a moment. Like I have to get back on track to be able to eat pasta again. I hate it. I hate it so much. Hockey is for 5.99. The lines are kind of long today, guys. Darker the color. Oh God, here we go again. The deeper the roots. What does that mean? Let's see. Sardines. They're like $1 more here. But I do like the mackerel though. Even though it's like $3. Do I have a decent amount of protein for this week? Oil and soy sauce, soybean paste, wine. They don't have the one in like tomato sauce, which is nice. Just like add it with vegetables and stuff, and it's like a nice complete flavor. This is the sardines that was in tomato sauce. Soy sauce, soybean paste. Mm, I'll grab this one. Oh, they have this like really cute thing here. Super, super cute. They do not have my favorite gummies. This is going like really fast. You're the only uptight black person. What what
Oh my god, yeah, that was bad. I've been there. Oh, really? To tilt him? I think you knew. Okay, thank you. I think you knew. I'm gonna make sure to say that to him. Yeah. He said I really did, and I swear. This is
Hi. Give me one moment for that too. Oh, this is good. What is this? Is it like sour candies? Creepy? I'm not. Oh no no no. Oh kirai? Daikirai? I hate the woman? What? Whatever. We'll see what that's about. Yeah, bag please. Sorry about that. Hold on, y'all. I think this one. Alright, thank you. You too. Interesting. Oh my gosh, I've been muted. No. Well, what I was going on and on about was that what is an eggplant emoji? Thank you, gorgeous. What is the eggplant emoji gonna do for me when it does not help me pay my mods? Okay. And thank you, Adrienne. Thank you, Avi. Like, what are eggplant emojis? Oh, blacker the berry, blah, blah, blah. Oh my gosh, you're so beautiful. Like, okay, thanks. You know, but when you've been lusted after since you've been like 10, 11 years old, under the age of like legal consent, it gets old so fast. Just for somebody to turn right back around and be like, oh, well, your eyebrows are bushy or you're not all that because you didn't give them what they want, you know, and they don't care what your goals are and stuff. Eggplant emojis, all that other stuff does not help me pay my mods. Anything that I've gifted comes straight out of my fucking pocket, out of my fucking savings account, just to make sure that at least they know that they are valuable to me and to the blog, that I just don't want to get by with a thank you. That if things were perfect or things were like how maybe they should be or whatever, it'll be like, okay, let me cut you a check or whatever. Or like, here's a really nice, I don't know, something for college. But at least I get to do a little bit of something. But like eggplant emojis do nothing but disgust people in my life who might find something valuable or funny or interesting in what I have to say. And this live will most likely be unlisted only because I'm kind of like sharing location right now. I'll probably like edit all of this stuff. It's still a little bright. We'll take like a little mini walk and then head back. I still need to do a little bit more research. I did some research. It's still like in that phase of like, oh gosh darn, like this is way too deep for me. Like figuring out if you want a blog spot or a Tumblr is so easy compared to some of the stuff that I've been trying to like understand right now, and I wish it was just as easy. But yeah, that was my little monologue about that. Like calling me uptight or whatever when it's like you don't want to respect somebody and try to pass it off like, oh wow, Tupac would be mad at you. Like, I don't think Tupac would just go to some random black woman and be like, oh, let me spit this game that has an innuendo, a connotation, or like hinting at something that should be between like a husband and wife. And it's funny that people want to try to make it seem like all this other stuff instead of just coming correct, you know? I don't want to sound uppity in the ways of like, oh wow, she gets hit on all the time, she's so hot or whatever. But when some people literally look at women as just objects, and like if you put nice coins to her as if she's like a vending machine, then she's going to, you know, become your girlfriend type of a thing. And this is like really sugarcoating it. And hopefully that's not the train that I need. I don't think it is. I want to check. Oh, I can't really check. Okay, I don't think it is. I don't think it is. Or maybe it is. I can't remember. This is Chicago. You can get to Wisconsin or Indiana from here if you're driving. I feel like I should have just maybe taken a bus or like checked Google Maps. Oh no. Oh crap. Oh crap. But yeah, like I said, my mods have to read that stuff. They are very kind to step up to the plate and be the ones to like help censor things for other people. But then at the end of the day, do they want to be reading stuff like that? Or stuff that they can perceive or know that's gonna like make me feel uncomfortable at the end of the day, you know? Oh, you're in Florida now? Don't you want some of this cold weather when it's wintertime? I'm gonna check Google Maps right quick. I feel like I probably should have gotten on that train. But I can't remember. Teehee. Oh, you used to live in Humboldt Park? I used to live near there. I used to live in the Ukrainian village. One moment, y'all. All right, we're back. We're back. Getting on the train, getting on an adventure. And I'm so glad I didn't hop on that other train because one day I literally hopped on the wrong train and I had to ride back to, oh, that looks disgusting. We're gonna sit somewhere else. And we had to ride backwards. What is that? What is that? Had to ride backwards to get to where we were going. And I was like, wow, I'm wasting so much time. Lemoyne and Kinsey, Locust River Boulevard. Oh. I don't actually. It's a little gritty, but these are trains. This is just one line. We have a red line, pink line, orange line, purple line, green line, a green line for the college campus. Gosh, how many is that already? Pink, blue, green, red, orange, blue. Even the blue line has like two different ones as well.
Transfer to metro trains at LaSalle. is LaSalle. This is a Blue Line train to O'Hare.
O'Hare is where you can catch flights out of Chicago, and I think even out of the country too, if I'm not mistaken. Whereas Midway, I think, is more so domestic flights, so like Midway to any other state in America. But I don't fly that often. It's not my preferred transportation. But I feel like more international flights happen at Midway or O'Hare. I'm sorry. Jackson is a good place to step off at. Actually, it connects to a different train called the Red Line, which is pretty cool.
This is Jackson.
So like, let's say you're like, okay, I'm on the Red Line, but I need to go like further up north. That you can transfer at a certain spot, at least in the downtown area, and then keep going somewhere else. And usually with that type of a transfer, that you don't have to tap your card again. It's just that is it $2.25 or $2.50 fare now? $2.50. Tap it at certain transfer spots, at least on the train. You don't have to tap your card again and have to pay like an extra 50 cents. I've been to Los Angeles for work with Japanese businesses. You hate Chicago? Well, bye. You don't have to be here. Monroe.
This is Monroe. This is a Blue Line train to O'Hare.
Maybe we'll pop off, maybe not.
Doors closing.
Woo.
Washington is next.
Washington.
Doors open on the left at Washington. Transfer to Pipeline Gate at Washington. This is Washington. Transfer to Maryland trains at Washington. This is a Blue Line train to O'Hare. Doors closing. Clark and Lake is next. Doors open on the left at Clark and Lake. Transfer to Orange, Green, and Regular trains at Clark and Lake.
It sounds really nice. And also your makeup is so gorgeous. Thank you. Have a good one, y'all. Let's see.
This is Market Lake.
I swear Van Buren used to be a stop, but I guess it's like Jackson and Van Buren. We got advertisements, I guess about AI or something. Here is our like train station. Apparently it's not as beautiful as, let's say, Japan, but like it'll get you where you're going, and you can always have like an interesting story at the end of the day. You can see like some of the other lines and stuff too. So Wells and Lake. Oh, should we be walking the way? Oh no, we're still going pretty decent. Catch the orange line, green line, purple line, pink line, brown line. And all of those take you to different parts of the city. Green line takes you to the south side, up to the downtown area. Orange line, a little bit more closer to like Chinatown. But if you want to like head to Chinatown in Chicago, definitely red line for sure, because there's like a stop for that. It's like being in Silent Hill, y'all. Spooky. Whoa. Point me in the right direction. I got you. You need some Chicago deep dish. One day we'll do more city explorations. Like hopefully it's not going to be too dark, because then it's like, what's the point? You can't see all of the beauty that's being illuminated, the light shining down upon it from, gosh, I haven't taken this exit in a while, from the sunlight. So this exit, this building actually used to be where you can get your ID cards, like your state ID and your driver's license and stuff. Uh-oh, what's going on? What is that? Okay. But as you can see, it's all like blocked off now because they started tearing the building down. You can still use this as like a train stop, but the building, I think, who bought it? I want to say like Google or somebody bought it. I have not been to O Block. Or if I have, like, I was just over there to play video games, really. But this building, like, yeah, it's like after business hours, but there was like an African shop where you can buy like African themed clothes. You can eat at the food court after getting your state ID, and like so much more. But they started tearing it down. Like there's like the little, what is this? I want to call it cardboard, but it's not cardboard. Y'all know what I mean. All of that now. Like it seems so spooky now. The old food court. You could get jewelry here, snacks, African clothes, African shea butter. They got all of this plywood. That's the word that I'm looking for. All this plywood up. All of this is like torn down now. And the last time I was down here to get my ID, I think it was like last year or so, that I saw them actually like picking off pieces on the outside of the building than just the inside parts. But like another monument gone in Chicago. So which way do I want to go? Pardon me? Yeah, I don't want to talk too much about politics in those areas. Um, that's up to their bosses and stuff. Um, and also the police force who might be pulling strings and everything. That's not necessarily my forte, even though I used to do a little bit of research on it, but not my forte, not my ballpark. I will say that like stuff like that isn't what it used to be for the community. Like, having those groups to protect the community from outside sources, then attacking each other. But as you can see, like this building used to be gorgeous. There used to be like a statue, a sculpture right over there where that crane is. It's all gone now. Downtown is all right. Pretty much went to school down here. So like spending a lot of time in this area, seeing like all the shops closed, like it's sad. I do apologize for the shakiness of like being on foot and kind of like being a little stompy right now.
Because of that aviation thing, like it's good for me to step down before that process launches. And we can put someone.
I'm glad it's still a little bit brighter.
The rationale for Sean is that hey, like, while
Whew. Shit, I'm gonna have to stuff my face some more. I'm walking so much. It's too crazy. Yeah, a lot of stuff's been happening. I would say like since the pandemic. Just like people having that uncertainty if they'll have like work, if they'll have like work, if they'll have something to eat, have their family eat, just like all that tension and stuff. Things just got really, really, really crazy here. Always paranoid. Yeah, I don't blame you. Cause like there was a shooting, or I guess a pew-pewing, I think yesterday or so, somewhere around here, that I saw like a clip of the news, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Usually downtown has been like more or less one of the safest places. Like I used to like I used to have McDonald's over here after my high school art class. This is no longer. I used to sit up on the second floor right here, eat my McDonald's, chill with some friends and stuff, have a garu meat, grab some couple McDoubles and 6 to 9 cookies. Yeah, just too on edge, or like, oh no, the high schooler takeover of downtown or whatever, and they're like jumping your cars, and it's like, you know what, I wouldn't necessarily want my high schooler to act this way, but then it's like, what do they have to preoccupy themselves in the city? And like, who's saying like, hey guys, this is something for you all to do that would put your time to use, make you a little bit of money, than like potentially getting arrested. So, yeah. Oh, there's like a news truck out too. I wonder what's going on. Channel 7 News. Eyewitness News. Dun-dun-dun. McDonald's. Sayonara. Things are all boarded up. I think it's been like this maybe since the pandemic, I guess. Block 37, you can do shopping. I think it's 2 or 3 floors of shopping and like other stuff, eating, movies. And if you go underground, then you get connected to the trains. Chicago popcorn, and get your caramel and cheddar, classic. But Block 37, ooh, excuse me. Do your shopping, get some food, watch a movie. Need to hop on the bus or the train, like it's right there, like that's a bus right over there. Or if you need to go a little bit more southbound, there's a bus right across the street for that. Blix, an art store. They moved location pretty much just like a block or 2 or so. Pass away from the virus. Oh, oop. That McDonald's spot, yeah. This used to be a Borders. Right by that Blix used to be a Argo Tea. When I would have like a little bit of money from my art job, I would go right to the bookstore Borders, sit up there, look at some anime, some manga and stuff. I can't remember what Walgreens used to be. I can't remember. But like all of this is relatively new in the past, maybe like 6 or so years. Borders got sold or like went bankrupt or whatever. Then Gap came through for a while. No, just no longer. And like one of the Art Institute dorms are like around here too. Yeah. A lot of memories of like researching fashion from overseas and stuff in there too. Like around the time, like a little bit before I got into Gadu, I saw a book at that Borders regarding Gadu fashion. And I got hooked ever since. We got a Chicago theater. I actually graduated there. Ta-da! Got a Walgreens. I used to work at Macy's. I was a Macy's girl. They forced me in bridal gowns and made me walk the fashion show. And I'm like, guys, why are you doing this to me? You don't want to put one of the salespeople in a dress? Okay, fine. Ballet. It's a little stinky over here. Ugh. It smells like piss. Ugh. I'm trying not to throw up like the rest of the food that's probably digesting. Because like it's really strong right there. Ew. I mean like not that you needed to know any of that, but yeah. Raw skip candies or whatever. Clothes. This used to be a cookie shop. Used to be a cookie shop, Starbucks. They used to be, I think, like a T-Mobile or something. Like some sort of phone store, then they got bought out. I think I smell Popeyes over there. They moved across the street like some odd years ago. You went to Nixon School for 600. Oh, they're all the same building. Yeah, that one is like pretty big for a Walgreens. It's 2 floors, and just wow. I haven't heard of that one. I went to school over here, and that's how I got to meet a famous painter called Leroy Neiman. It looks like they still have decent funding, which is nice. You could buy like the kids' art and stuff. I sold some books and prints here too, but I don't think they have any more left. And if I'm not mistaken, the proceeds just went back into the program. So, hey, that's my like community forward thinking, you know? Kevin Park. I don't know where that is. Like what street? Shoot, I have no idea what you're talking about. Whoopsie. Whoopsie. There's always somebody playing music. So this is the downtown area. Rent is going to be hella expensive over here. Like, I don't want to pry into like somebody else's finances, but I had a college peer who lived a couple of blocks from Millennium Park. But I guess that's also why somebody wanted to date him really fast and try to get pregnant really fast. Fulton? I don't think I've really been out that way. In Alive, when it was really warm last fall, we went over that way, and then we walked way across the bridge and everything. But we're just gonna stay like on this side for today. Just for the sake of time, just for the sake of, it's going to get dark soon. Probably, I guess, 8 now.
Oh my God.
We're also walking towards one of my old jobs, where, you know, like they had really high goals. We'll go like in a different way. The high school is dangerous, yikes. Let's go a slightly different route. My old job where I'm like, okay, you know, I gotta talk to people, I gotta make people buy stuff, you know, because that's like my job. Like if I don't hit my goal, then like I'll get fired in like a couple of months. And I got to meet like a ton of people, co-workers, random people, what have you, to meeting someone who didn't want me to have my job anymore, because he wanted to make it seem that he was so well connected that I could have like a voice acting gig. So like quit my job for like a couple years, not making any income, to work for a project that he hasn't even started on yet. And I'm like, yeah, no, let me Google who you are because you're telling me not to. And turned out that he scammed somebody out of $50,000. Lakeshore Drive, yes. Yup. And many years ago, like I had a friend alert me when I started working at the Art Institute, like months after that I started, that someone that I didn't want to be in contact with anymore because they weren't the person that I wanted them to be. They weren't the person that I needed in my life. They started working allegedly, I guess, somewhere around here or connected to the spot. So it's like, so I get a job and you get a job possibly like right across the street from me, knowing good and darn well I don't ever want to see your face. You know, like they've messed up my money so much. Like I hate to go into detail because that's potentially tacky, or people will be like, wow, you know, let me do this too type of a thing, which at the end of the day, you know, like it's not fun and games. But I guess it was like, oh, I could see her leaving from work, or oh, I don't know, bump into her or something. And it's like, hell no. You're not paying none of my school loans. You're not helping me with anything. You are a liability. You are, you know, like, your existence is a stain on everything. Why do I ever want to see you again, you know? Yup. They finally opened it up, y'all. Not just to like talk shit about somebody, but just like being real about the situation. That I lost a lot of business contacts. Kind of having to take a lot of time off to deal with more important stuff, to somebody wanting things to fall apart. And maybe that's just what guys do. They want to see things break or whatever. If they can't build them themselves, maybe some guys will be like, wow, that's fucked up or whatever. You know, how dare that person do that to a woman when they can't do that to a man to feel powerful. But, you know, neither here nor there. But I have a lot of memories in this space. Parring around here with my girl LA that got me interested and like into GADU, giving me the magazines, letting me borrow magazines and stuff like that, meeting up with me, having our GADU meets around here, meeting up with friends around here, meeting up with people from out of state around here because it's a landmark, you know? And oh gosh, I feel really silly, like tearing up or whatever, but just to like be here by myself right now, you know? Without like all of the people, without the noise or distractions or even like guidance and assistance and stuff. Used to para right over there. Meet up with a friend around here. There used to be like long tables, almost like a cafeteria long table, if you will. Probably concrete or something around this way. And I remember it was like super late at night, and one of the associates, a friend of a girl that didn't care about girl code whatsoever, just her own ego or her own gratification of the adult nature. They got on top of the table and was like catwalking and stuff. Had that iconic 9/11 meet around, around this way. So in that picture where it's like the group photo with the banner, and me like reading from a binder, it's like all in this area over here. Well, some of those people weren't friends, they were just acquaintances and only around because I was a little bit more popular than them. Not to sound arrogant, not to sound like any of that. But I had to cut some people off. Some people moved on. Some people left abruptly. Some people were never in to GADU to begin with, so they never were like in those pictures. But some of those people just were not a good fit for me. You know, like I try not to be overly hardcore or strict or stern or mean with my standards, but when you know that like you have a goal in mind and other people are saying that they have that goal in mind, and you kind of have a little bit of leadership-esque qualities or like building qualities for that type of a thing, and you think everybody's on board and some people just aren't, or they're just looking at you as like an accessory, you have to cut them off. Like my mods in my chat, Miss Avi and Miss Marie, they do so much more. And I know that we're not even like living in the same state than people who just pop up randomly. Oh my gosh, Leisha, wow, you have 1,000 followers on YouTube now. You have 2,000 on TikTok. Let me take selfies with you now. When they could have been doing something helpful like all these years, you know? Everybody's enjoying their story or a part of a story that is possibly a little complicated. It's possibly a little complicated, and they chose what they wanted to do and be a part of and talk to, and that is a choice that they've enjoyed. And that's where I try to keep it at. I'm not here to try to persuade anybody. I'm not here to like tell people that maybe that's not the best idea. If they feel that that's the best idea in their heart and their subconsciousness, that is what they'll do. And I just have to sit back and accept it. Accept it as in like, okay, I see it for what it is. Or, you know, I could continue spending time with this person or not. Oh yeah, they switch up on you or become enemies, or they were just like never real to begin with. Like, oh, Leisha's kind of popular, and it's not even like a popular where it's like, I don't know, Disney Channel popular, or popular in the fact of like mainstreamness, you know, like Garu Fashion, J Fashion. Yes, you know, we have our anime stuff, we have our like anime shows or cosplay shows with Yaya Han and all of them people, but like it's still very niche, right? People are still going to more or less think that you're weird or whatever, but people see that you get a couple of numbers, or that people respect you because like you're about your shit or you advocate for people, and then they want to just find fault or like want you to be mean because they can't accept you how you are. You know, like how some people are like, okay, well, there's somebody bad, I want to pretend like they'll be a good person, so okay, this person is decent or good, let me try to find everything wrong with them to make them seem evil. Like that's how like some stuff feels, you know? And it sucks because like I can perceive where they're holding their pain, you know, like especially if they want to try to make a joke out of it or try to seem like they're trying to get me to laugh at them or laugh at something that's not funny that has hurt me too in the past. Like, oh, I gained weight or blah, 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 blah. And like making excuses that, you know, they had a goal in mind, but they didn't follow through with it. To be like, okay, like, are you fishing to see if I'll like make fun of plus size people when I've gained weight myself and I came from a family of plus size people? You want me to like shit on people like that because I just happen to be a little bit thinner now, you know? And then when you don't want to deal with them anymore, then you're mean, you know? And like I feel like, especially after so long of having the hiatuses, the sabbaticals or what have you, the breaks and everything, the little like vacation from blogging and like always talking to people and all of that, that it really showed me like, okay, like if I don't reach out to somebody, are they going to reach out to me? No. Or I'm reaching out to somebody and they want to act funky, but now that I have more followers, they want to kind of hop on the bandwagon now and tell me that like I shouldn't stand on business with people who were on like enemy bullshit, you know? That if that same stuff was happened to them, that like they would be crying all over the internet and having like so many people try to rescue them or whatever. Yes, exactly. Jealousy and envy. And it's like some things that like I never wanted to think about, and just think like, oh no, maybe I'm not communicating right. Maybe I didn't say this right. Maybe I'm not happy enough. Maybe I'm not, chipper enough during like some really awkward times, right? To like, okay, like how many times do I have to bend over backwards and not be blunt with what I have to say, like how I used to be, like say it for what it is. No, okay, let me make sure that this won't offend the most sensitive of people, and still people just get mad or whatever because I didn't get fat because somebody told me to. Because when they told me to do that, they're saying that in a place of they can't even afford to buy me the donuts to make me gain weight, and they can't even, and they're only saying this because they feel a certain way about plus size people. But if I say anything about it because I see something wrong with that and I don't want other people to get hurt, then I'm the bad guy, because they're like, this person who ain't got no money, who isn't great for certain things, that's a lot better than a black woman sticking up for somebody else's emotional like well-being, being with somebody. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot. And wanting to build with people and not exclude them and like loop them in and be like, hey, I see that you're, not as active or whatever. Like pretty much being their assistant and being like a co-founder with them, and them like, oh my gosh, oh, so-and-so say that this is too mean or whatever, when that person ain't contributing shit anyway. When like in any other circle, it'd be like, why the fuck do you want to be in here? You don't want to look the part. You don't want to do anything for the part. Why are you here? Get out, And it's just like a lot of lessons that I had to learn with something that was supposed to be a hobby, with something that was supposed to be low stakes and not necessarily interfere with my career or job or like normal life. And it did, all for the sake of a person that they could have had many times over, but I guess I had to fight for them to make them both feel good. When it's like, all right, I'm done. You can have them. Bye. I got other stuff to do. But aside from that, move on, learn about more stuff about like groups and stuff, how they work, how they fell, and why. But I also got kicked out of Millennium Park once. I wasn't doing anything too crazy. I was actually para dancing with a couple of people. We were doing practice. And the next thing I know, like we drew a crowd of like maybe 20, 30 people who were like, what are they doing? And I'm like, we're not asking for money. Like, we're just literally like practicing a choreography, right? Like something on the lines of the Macarena. And they're like, okay, well, you can't do this, blah, 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 blah. Like you can't draw a crowd. And I'm like, well, we're not trying to, like, it's not our fault that we're awesome. So like the crowd went away, and I'm like, okay, well, we still have to, do our dance practice, like we have to practice, we have to do this so we can get better at it. And this is like our time, being together, right? Okay, second part, we're practicing over by the bean, way over yonder. And the next thing we know, that we drew like a crowd doubled or like triple the size. And I'm like, oh darn, like I'm really into it. And they're like, okay, you gotta leave. And I'm like, but we're not begging for money and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, we're just dance practicing, we don't have any cups or hats or whatever out, trying to get money and stuff, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, no, but you gotta leave because you're drawing a crowd. And I'm like, because we're practicing a dance. That's a funny memory. Ah, funny memory out of some that were just it helped to remind myself that it's like when you have a voice, even if you're blunt, like there's a way to like say stuff that's not like super rude, right? But when you're made to, I feel like my eyelash is like, it needs a little bit of eyeliner. Oh well. But when people are like, okay, well, you have a voice, even if you're speaking up about something that could benefit a lot of people or make people's lives easier, like for your friends or whatever, that some people will try to shut you up for good. Excuse me, I'm hiccuping now. Whew. That people will try to make it seem that you don't know what you're talking about, even if you've practiced it 10 million times before, researched it to hell and back, that what you have to say is so unimportant because they're not saying it or whatever. When it could help people, it could save somebody's life, it could help a group, or at least like get it a little further than what it could be. That dulling that down to just like if I was the me before I started Black Cherry Gadusa, I probably would have been like, okay, you have like a couple of months to like get your style together, or to like, you know, like be consistent with meetups or whatever. Otherwise you're out. Oh, somebody doesn't even want to like put on the makeup or do their hair. Not saying like it's not cool to be comfortable or whatever, right? But in this particular circle, it's like going to work and knowing that you can't go to work in your bonnet or something. Or, you know, you can't go to work in your pajamas. Or in your, like, your shower robe or something, right? That, okay, we all know that we are supposed to be doing this. But we also have somebody that's not doing that and allowing it to happen. So, of course, that's going to fall on everybody else managing the circle too, or managing the job, the group, or what have you, you know? Just like learning a lot. This is my old job, y'all. I used to work in the gift shop, selling $2,000 necklaces from time to time, or $5 postcards. Looks like they have like a fancier screening for like guests. Those like little blue lights up there. I am in downtown Chicago. The museum shop is like over this way, and there's one over in the modern wing. And gosh, like I know people say like you shouldn't talk trash about your managers, but when your managers clap at you like you're the help, like you're a slave or something, or make it seem, or like, oh, catch me outside or whatever, and they're Asian, and it's like, why are you saying this to me as a black person and you're an Asian person? It's just really interesting. You know, or being told, oh, you're so articulate. And it's like, did we all not graduate college? You know? Yeah. This is also the place where the president, I guess, got caught stripping on a plane to Germany recently. And another person stealing money out of people's paychecks as well. But I used to work here. I used to come here all the time. Like definitely throughout the summer. Get my little sketch pad with me. Get my little free pass. Sketch, draw. Take a little break from walking around and seeing like the art exhibits and stuff. And then I started working there. And I'm like, wow, I get to be by the art all the time. Seeing what's coming in, what's coming out. all the Japanese prints and stuff, like all the Japanese artworks and everything in one part of the wing being changed out like every few months and stuff. Take my lunches over here from the main building. And then my manager started treating me like crap when I brought to them the fact that my ex wanted to get a job right by me, and that it made me feel highly uncomfortable. Which I guess they felt that since, like, I hate to say this because I know it could be a little triggering for some people, but I'm doing my best to like get over this aspect as well, because it's caused me a lot of strife. That because I was just like a teeny bit thinner than my managers, that I guess they felt that they didn't care that I was going through stalking and stuff since 2010. That I guess it's okay because, oh, the skinny, dark, black girl from the hood who can speak decently, you know, gets to have a little bit of trouble. What the heck is this? Oh, this is somebody's hair clip. And definitely not saying that to be like, oh, haha, you know, I'm thinner than my managers, but just trying to connect with people. Let's talk about food. Let's talk about like recipes, because other coworkers get to say this stuff, right? Other coworkers get to say this, share recipes, talk about their favorite smoothies or whatever. But I can't say it. I can't enjoy this stuff. Interesting. I wonder why. Yes, it's getting darker. You can see the golden glow of the buildings. And I kind of like fired myself from the place. I told on myself a little bit, even though like there was like a person or two actually selling shrubbery to a manager, apparently, to kind of censor myself, but that's okay. You know, they could take off a lot of days. They don't have to really work that hard or whatever. They get to sell greens to a manager. That's okay, but I'm forthright and honest when even some of the security guards, I'm definitely gonna have to put just you know, random people partaking in said greenery before work, you know, but I get fired, and it's like, all right, cool, you know, just seeing all of the nonsense there, the attitudes from people just showing up to take care of stuff from people and teach people how to do their job so they don't get complained at by the boss or whatever, just to make everybody's lives easier. Like, okay, I believe in you. This is something that, you know, pisses the boss off, just in case if you want to know or not. And like, everybody's an adult, you know, people shouldn't be talked down to as if they're toddlers. But if I don't teach them something, then they'll be like, oh, Leona didn't, or Alicia didn't say this, that, and the other. And then they'll be like, well, how come you didn't say this? And then they'll be like, well, I didn't want to word this way or something nonsense. But yeah, it's 1 hour ahead. Oh, it's 9 o'clock now. Yeah, it's getting dark. Definitely heading back. I kind of want to go to a store, but I know that they're closed. That's the bus that I used to take back in the day. This number 6 takes you from downtown over like up to the river, a little bit past the river, to all the way on the south side where I went to high school, or like where I lived during high school. And then it's like, oh, okay, if I'm on the south side and I want to get to the loop, I can just take the number 6 or maybe the 14 if I want to go a little bit faster. But only like certain parts of the day for that one. And, you know, make my way through, go to college, go to meet up with people or whatever, hold events, parades and stuff like that. I think that's the J14 right over there. But one day we'll do more backtracking. And I really wish like we were on TikTok, or at least like TikTok and YouTube, just so everybody can see my city. Oh, Chicago. Don't forget the popcorn. Oh, we've been past Garrett's, Adrian. We've been past Garrett's. The Metro train station. You can also ride on a little scooter around here too. Oh, we gotta cross the street, y'all. Sitting over here yapping. But yeah, definitely interesting jobs where it felt more like a reality TV show or something than real life. Like, I guess like there's gonna be a sense of drama, gossip, or whatever at work. But when it's connected to something else, it's just like, y'all think this is okay, huh? Like, you guys are only doing this because you guys are protected under the Art Institute, knowing good and damn well that if something were to really go down, you guys are shining a bad light on that museum, you know? And I love that for them. I love that for them so much. Oh yeah, that would be awesome. But I need to get another TikTok account up, because I guess they think that I'm not of legal age, which is really annoying or something. Which I'll probably do when I get back home. Ooh, are they wasting water? Where is that going to? Oh. My school campus is around here too. So that was one of the old dorms, that building across the street from us. There's like some eateries around here, like Dunkin' Donuts. There used to be a Quiznos. Just like little bites that college kids can generally afford. There used to be a Dairy Queens, but they're gone, so I can't get their blizzards or their burgers anymore. This used to be like a church cafe or something. I have no idea how long that's been gone. Random parking lot, Roosevelt University, and then like after that, it's Columbia College. Columbia has a lot of different buildings in the downtown area. They're so expensive. They just keep raising their tuition and stuff. Their president, or my president of the school, whatever, recently left, I think last year. They almost got ran over, y'all. Oh, she went to Lane Tech. That was one of the schools I wanted to go to. Yeah, I used to live near Humboldt Park. Have you ever been to the Lockdown Grill and Bar in Ukrainian Village? Christina? Oh, yeah, I didn't know too many people that went to Roosevelt. Here's some art. Get some enrichment. Yes. Okay. Not quite sure what it's about, but we're looking, we're learning. We got something that looks like a stocking. Okay, interesting, interesting. Oh, you been there? Yeah, I used to live right over there by the Lockdown Bar and Grill, like half a block away. Just throwing throwing a coat or whatever. Grab me some burgers and mac and cheese. I feel like I should get on the train to head back, even though like a bus would be a little bit more quicker. And I used to go to school over there. Was it the 600 South Michigan building or whatever? And also over there as well, that black building. A lot of classes over there. Really expensive. I remember the liaison, Rob Funderburk, having a meeting with me when I didn't know what the fuck to do after school. And usually I don't like to curse on my lives because you never know who's going to be in it and all of that stuff. That, you know, I'm trying to like understand what a graphic designer does. I'm trying to understand, you know, what job options are available. And I remember going into his office or whatever to be like, can you break it down for me? These various steps, right? Like where they fall within the jobs, like a janitor versus an employer versus an employee versus whatever, right? And I remember he starts like drawing on his little whiteboard, and I'm trying to like follow through, take notes and everything. And he turns back and looks at me through his glasses to tell me, little Alicia Misha back in the day, around what, 2012, 2013, that he was a married man. And I'm thinking, you're also an ugly married man. I don't like you like that. Why are you telling me this? To like, who is telling you this stuff that this is what you feel you need to say to me as if I'm attracted to you? Like, that's fucking arrogant as shit, you know? And I know that's a little ranty, but that's some of my college life for you. You see a Wingstop from time to time, or at a 7-Eleven as a young college person. But yeah, definitely interesting times. Being disrespected by people when I'm like flip-flopping scared of what the future holds for me, because I grew up thinking that I could be a famous painter, as if this is like some Michelangelo, Da Vinci era of the world, or as if my family is rich and just has those connections, or that I'm just really good with social media to be like, I'm a famous artist, pay me millions of dollars for me to like spit on some fucking paper, you know? The fuck you honking at me? Anyway, Sorry. I hate that. Like, honk at somebody else. Honking means that somebody's in the way. Not that you're necessarily trying to get somebody's attention or seem cool or whatever. Like, what? No, thank you. I know, y'all probably like, wow, she's so angry. Whew. A lot of new places over here now. That place is new. K-pop Nara, that used to be like way over that way by another section that Columbia bought. There used to be, I think that actually used to be the 7-Eleven that I ate a lot of donuts at. A lot of donuts and those little like buffalo rollers or whatever. Yes, Wingstop. No, okay, so I still had some time on the crosswalk. So like they still had like a couple of seconds to wait. They rolled down their window because I guess they wanted to say something. It's like the message that you're trying to send to a woman, like I feel like they will never do that to a white person. They will never do that to anybody who is passing for white. But you just honk at somebody in the car, like you expect me to run over to your car and be like, hey, what do you want? Or whatever. Like, come on, let's be serious. Oops. Whew. Yeah, I don't like to complain. I don't like to bring up like stupid stuff like that, but that like he had ample enough time. Like he was just being weird. Anyway, I have 12% battery. Definitely need a little breather. I wish I grabbed like something to drink though. Oh, that's like an advertisement for adult people. Never mind. I was like a drawing or an image, but not for everybody. Not for everybody. My bad, guys. But yeah. Got to see a bit of my campus. Since they've restricted what alumni can do on campus. Like, I don't think I can borrow books anymore. I don't think I can, like, do stuff to, like, do further research or anything. Unless I'm actively, like, getting a master's degree now. That, you know, I can't show you more. But then again, like, the interior of the place, at least, like, from last I remember, it wasn't like overly aesthetically pleasing. It was like, okay, we're at school, you know. It was like, wow, this is beautiful, or oh, this is so interesting or something, besides like other classmates' artwork. Yeah. Don't think that is something I could take. Like, I could walk a little further, but I don't really want to.
95th Red Line.
But yeah, probably like rest a little bit when I get home, do a little bit more research, and then do a live. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm also doing a live that's early and not like at midnight. Ah! Yay! Yay! How cool. But yeah, it's definitely getting darker now by like 8:30, like 8:30, 8:35, 8:40 is definitely going to be like nighttime here in Chicago. Which it definitely feels nice going from, oh, it gets dark at like 5 o'clock or so to, oh, okay, it's dark at 8:30. Yes. Be outside a little longer. I really like it. Yes. Yes. But gosh, so nostalgic, right? Oh no, that's not something that I can take. Oh, that goes to the museum, but it's really late for that.
Route 146, Inner Lakeshore Michigan Express.
I might just like mute myself because some of the buses and stuff, like they will like say like what stop you're going on and stuff. So one moment, y'all. We're gonna head to dinner. Enjoy. What are you gonna have? So I'm at 7% battery right now. Yeah. Chicago's really nice during the summertime. It's really, really nice. All right, thank you for the apology. Don't do it again. So I only have 5% battery left. I'll see you all a little bit later, okay?